Hi and hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Before I get on to the characters of this video, I wanted to say thank you so much for 800 subscribers. Just in the past year, I've been able to amass over 200 subs, and y'all have just been so sweet and so kind. I've been really struggling with this channel for quite some time since I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, but y'all just made me want to stick around. Anyways, you didn't click on this video to hear my sob story, you were here to watch me draw cats. And that being said, we're starting out with StarClan residents. By the way, as you saw in the title, this is not ShiningClan, but FoggyClan. So, first off, we have Peak Bloom, who is the StarClan guide of FoggyClan. And because she's the clan guide, there actually isn't much to say about her since in the actual game itself, guides aren't really given a description. So all we know about her is that she is troublesome and has a deep dark forest bond. And now we're on to the previous clan deputy, Little Flo. He was 68 moons in life and he's about 7 moons in death. He was cold and a good mediator, and I wasn't surprised about his death. He was shown to be very reckless with his actions, and he later came across a Wolverine and didn't back down. And I felt like he had that little short syndrome where he likes to overcompensate for his smallness, and that ended up being the death of him. Despite there being one cat that did question his abilities, he did pretty well as a deputy, or at least he tried his best, so I can give him that. Next up is the warrior Greenstripe. He is lonesome and a good swimmer. There wasn't much about him since, again, a lot of these cats in StarClan now died way early on in the series, so I didn't have much written down for him besides the fact that he had a small fling with Marshfleck, but besides that, there's nothing of interest between Greenstripe and any of these other cats in StarClan. And last up for the dead cats is Heronfern, who, once again, didn't do much, died after a moon, I think we were in. She did have aspirations to be the next deputy, which sadly didn't happen, and she found that nettle leaf while she was walking out of the clan. I noticed that she didn't really get close to any of the other cats. Wasn't sure why, but I guess that goes with her cold nature. And she's also a den builder and is very clever. And here's a quick lineup of all the StarClan residents, and we'll be going on to the living cats. Of course, the first person in this lineup is the leader, Current Star, who was actually named Thunderstar when I first generated the clan, but for obvious reasons, I changed his name to Current. He disappeared a few days when we had just started out the clan, and he came back with a collar, which I think he finds very fashionable, despite being a clan cat. And so far, again, hasn't done much. He is righteous, has valuable insight, and is a good teacher. And he also developed a small crush on Hatcheth Reed, which I can't get his name right. And as you can see, he isn't doing so great with the medic Ermine crest. Also, as a small inclusion, I just looked at his description and he's actually wondering what it's like living with 2 legs, so I'm a bit curious why he's interested, but we'll see. Now we are on the 37 moon old deputy Hatcheth Reed. Again, cannot get his name right. He is charismatic, a good teacher, and a formidable fighter. He was the previous mentor to Air Days and current mentor to Flaxpaw, who we'll get into later. Again, not much with him besides that the fact that he also has a crush on Current Star, and he had transitioned to a Tom at Moon 10. Now we are on the 80 moon year old medic, Erminecrest, who is lovable, a great kid sitter, and has valuable insight. And the reason why she is not so happy with Current Star is actually unknown to me. I noticed that she was questioning his ability to lead, and for whatever reason, they decided to have a litter of kids together who are the current apprentice. So we'll see. Hopefully, they'll stop bickering for the good of the clan. And she also has a crush on Greykite. Next up is the 120 moon old Mintshade. She is adventurous, a great mediator, and a good swimmer. And the reason she came across the clan was because she got lost and was not able to find her way home. So she ended up joining at 113 moons old. And for this row of cats, we are starting off with Marshfleck, who is 75 moons old and is currently mentoring Brackenpaw. He is daring and a camp keeper, and he has been quite a lot for the medic den. It started off with just a small bruise from a dog attack, up to a fox attack, which took only 2 moons to heal, so at least he wasn't in there long. But he's also been daydreaming of being a Tiger Clan warrior, which is a neighboring clan. I wasn't sure why this happened, but I'm hoping he doesn't end up disappearing one day. He also has a small crush on Erminecrest. Now we are on to the 53 moon old warrior Greykite, who I actually alluded to earlier, and she is the cat that was questioning Little Flo's abilities. She is compassionate and has helpful insight, which I think that insight is what told her that Little Flo would not be a good deputy for the clan. Besides that, she didn't do much, though she did have a small thing for Green Stripe. And now we are on to the final warrior of this lineup, who is Irdays. She is 17 moons old, confident, and a camp keeper, and she personally has my favorite design out of all the cats. I realized this was one of the new updates, so there's that. Early on, she was seen racing against a Thrift Clan cat. After that, she ended up getting injured by a falling tree, though luckily she healed very quickly. And now we're on to the final 3 apprentices. First up, we have the oldest Brackenpaw, who is insecure and a picky nest builder. She is being mentored, as I said earlier, by Marshfleck, and she recently had dreams of shadowy figures in images, so I hope nothing comes of it and that it was just a small dream, but we'll have to stay and find out. Also, as you're watching, I decided to give her her dad's little raccoon markings. I don't know why, but I just love the face mask. Sadly though, her brother and sister Hollowpaw and Flaxpaw have not been very kind to one another this past year. Hollowpaw, there isn't much to say about her. I have no notes or anything, but she is being mentored by her father, Current Star, and is ambitious, confident with her words, and as you can see, an avid play fighter. While her brother, on the other hand, Flaxpaw, again, not much written down, though I did note that he was born Buttercup Kit, but I absolutely hated that name, so I changed it to Flaxpaw. He is adventurous, constantly climbing, and is quick to make peace, though as you can see, that is not working out with his sister. Also, to note, I decided to give him his mother's face markings as well. Besides that, as you can see, there wasn't much going on this year with many of the cats. It's the beginning. Hopefully something more interesting will happen, but you have to come back and tune in for episode 2. So, you have made it to the final lineup. Thank you to anyone who decided to stay to the end, and hopefully I can get started and finish episode 2 of FoggyClan, but you have to wait and see. Thank you.